Hello, everyone. This is Rajeshri with Soul Tuning. It is day 33 of my 90-day transformation in the raw. um, Today, it's very strange because there's a part of me that is on fire and totally happy and really excited about life, and which is good. Well, I'm not going to talk about that part. I'm going to talk about the raw part. And so just a heads up to the men, if you want to continue watching this is about women issues. It would be educational if you want to help support your woman. Other than that, just giving you a heads up. So I'm in my moon cycle. And for me, my relationship with my moon cycle has always been a very aggressive one, where I learned from my society and the people around me, how we all learned to oppress it and to wrap it up and pretend like it doesn't exist and to stuff it, and which is the physical part of it, the what happens with the blood and everything, wrap it up like it doesn't exist, make sure I smell good, da 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 da. And then also the emotions, the everything that comes with it. And this is more so what I was taught a long time ago as a teenager, but it's still around. Pretend it does exist, make sure you smell wonderful, and just stuff it. And I'm recognizing the patterns of having done that for so long and how they're still coming up. So now what I'm dealing with is more so around the weight and the bloating. I don't like how I feel. Like, I understand it's now it's sacred, and if I have the chance to bleed with the earth and all of that, that's a wonderful thing. And yes, it does help. And your diet and all of that, yes, it does help with it. And your connection to yourself and your natural rhythms, yes, it does help. And there's this theory, which I believe is pretty true, that women who end up or tend to have their full moon on the, or women who tend to have their moon on the full moon are more aggressive and are trying to push and get it done. And that's me. Or assertive or whatever. And for like clockwork, and I'm telling you, clockwork, my cycle has been on the full moon, and every once in a great while it'll come off the full moon. So I'm not giving that so much energy anymore, because I've definitely changed and I'm a lot softer. But there is this thought that I'm still battling of, I want to be smaller, right? Weight wise and everything, so that when I do have my cycle, I barely notice it. And there's some logic to that, right? But what does all of this come down to? What all of it, that everything that I'm talking about, it's self-love, and it's more enhanced with your cycle. We are powerful beings, us women. Not to say that the men aren't. I'm talking about the women right now. Powerful beings. And it is actually a gift if we are tuned into the power, the empowerment of the cycle for the woman. It's a gift that we get to do this naturally. And we are more sensitive, everything is intensified. If we are with the rhythms of the nature and we're tuning into that, we can get predictions, we sense things way more, we can use it to our advantage, and aligning with our community, what's happening around us, we can really help and be empowered during, not only on our other days, but if we get in rhythm with our cycle. And instead of fretting about it or trying to make it something that it's not. It isn't. You have a cycle, and unless you're taking those wacky drugs out there, to each their own, to stop your cycle, um, you're going to have one until you hit menopause at some point. And that's a whole nother wonderful transition that should be honored and you get to go through. You get to go through, right? But it's so important to be a spiritual being and recognize that you are having a human experience and this is not going to be forever. So roll with it. Use it as an opportunity. Take advantage of the situation and expand it. And there is a positive side to it. And I know this, and this is what I'm hearing, and this is what Spirit is constantly telling me. What I'm realizing that helps all this is connection not only to nature, but connection to people. Real, authentic connection to one another is so important. Not this edited, filtered, and I do some filtering too sometimes. It's fun. But if your life is only involved in the filtering, the superficial, at some point or another, you're not going to know what's up or down. And then when you go out into the real world and you're meeting people face to face, it's going to be difficult to relate and could definitely make you feel more isolated. And especially if your world is only through technology. Unless you're getting some real authentic connection through technology, I can see that happening. But I just got out of yoga class, teaching yoga class again today, and it was incredible. It was incredible to hear that people were driving 30 to 40 minutes away from home to come to the class. That people were telling their friends about my class and the way that I was allowing Spirit to channel through me to teach that class, that it was actually reaching people and serving people, and they were getting something out of it. That's what it's about. It's about meeting new people. It's about connecting with the heart and connecting with the Spirit, with wherever they're at, and being of purpose and feeling your purpose, feeling like you have the purpose, and maybe not just meeting new people all the time, but developing relationship with authentic people that you can grow with, that you can share with, that you can have memories with, and that you can serve side by side with. That's what it's about. And isolation is good. It has its place. It definitely is important. If you can get out in nature and get quiet for a while and listen to your own mind and really tune in to where you're at and who you are in this world, I recommend it. If you can get away from technology and do that here and there, or maybe you live that way, but then maybe you go into town and you connect with people on a regular basis. I think it's very important, especially for our day and age. And so that's what helped me today. The walking didn't help me, although I did it. The freshening up didn't help me, although I did it. None of it was really helping until I went and taught yoga and was around people. They're just showing up as themselves, and we were all in that space together, doing it together. And I got to meet new people, and it was like, wow, okay. I don't need to be so hard on myself. I could be gentle with myself about where I'm at. It's where I'm at. So love on it, because the only way I'm going to get to where I need to be or would like to be or would like to grow into or expand and slough off all that's not serving me anymore. That's really what I'm saying, more so than need to be. The only way to move forward in that way is to love on the present self and to find a way to do that. Whether it's being raw next to someone sitting beside you and seeing you through their eyes, from you being raw and looking into another's heart and seeing it reflected back to you, that's you. Whether it's that, or just being honest, or taking a bath, having a session with yourself, there is nothing wrong with loving on yourself and loving yourself. Let those thoughts go out the window and do it. Just do it. Who cares? If this person over here is uncomfortable or upset about you loving on yourself, well, then that's for them to work out. And guess what? That is love. The love in you and you loving on yourself is helping to bring that shit out of other people. And that is love. That's a part of it. And that's beautiful. That's the darkness. It's the energy moving through. And that's okay. That's a part of the process. So, but don't let it stop you from loving on yourself. And then maybe from that space, you can see that and then just give them love. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you because this life is important, but especially when you make the conscious choice to go to through any kind of transformation where you're focusing on these things, you're making an effort to focus on these things on a daily basis. And you can definitely get caught up in the goals and all of that. It's so important to bring it back to simplicity, to be gentle, to know that this is a lifetime goal, right? It's a lifetime achievement, step by step, moment by moment. And that ultimately the goal is the present moment. And learning how to be okay. And to even thrive. First be okay, but to thrive in the present moment with everything the way it is. And come back to that gratitude. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm breathing. I'm alive. Okay. All right, let's do this. Let's celebrate. Who cares, I'm a little bit heavier, whatever. Move that body, make it move. You've got more to move and more to move around and to jiggle and work it, just have fun with it. Love on it. And that's going to make you feel better. That's just cultivating that life and that celebration and that fun and that joy is going to make everything more fun and happy. And don't listen to the mass media. That it's not going to necessarily, if you can do it with an observer mind and unattached, there's good information in there for you. Maybe not the information that they're saying out of their mouth, but from your heart and from your gut, right? But maybe turn more towards your life and what it is you want to achieve and have fun with and experiment with and create with. And maybe with this person over here, I want to create with them, and stay right there as much as you can and just be raw and be real. And the yoga helped me today, but also sharing this with you is really helping me today really get perspective about what is this really about. So thank you so much for allowing me to let Spirit speak through me and to listen to myself speak and to hear what Spirit has to say to you all and what I know to be true in my heart as well. So thank you. And I hope this inspires some people to connect with one another and be authentic and be gentle with themselves and to have fun with this life. So much love to you all. Thank you for watching and making it through. Even the men, if you have. This is good stuff and how to support your women and yourself. Because it's not just about the moon cycle. Men go through their cycles too. They have their cycles as well. And that's one of the reasons men's sweat lodges were created, is for them to be able to come together and have that spiritual transition for themselves and on a cyclical basis for them to be able to do their healing as well, and moving that energy and having that bromance. and men getting together and honoring that masculine side. So much love to you, and thanks for watching. Leave your comments and subscribe. Until next time, blessings to you.